Well, the restaurant owned by an Instagram star shut down by the city of Boston. Nusr-Et had violations of...
felt this was necessary action due to the strain on the city resources to responding to calls of lack of...
Calling this a line is a misnomer.
They were overwhelmed, unfortunately. Lots of people without reservations.
Salt Bae is in big trouble right now. His restaurants across America and Europe are closing down one after another, and the latest news, he might get banned from opening any restaurant in the US forever. Yes, forever. On top of that, he's facing serious legal consequences that could even land him in jail soon. So what's Salt Bae doing? He's reportedly trying to move his business to Latin America or the Middle East to avoid these legal headaches. But here's the catch. The American Food Safety Department is not taking this lightly. They're watching his every move closely, making sure everything is by the book. In this video, I'm going to break down the full story, what's going wrong with Salt Bae's empire, the legal risks he's facing, and what this could mean for his future. Let's get started. As you all probably know, Salt Bae is already dealing with a big lawsuit from 24 employees at his Miami restaurant. The allegation, he took all their tips, and while that lawsuit is still ongoing, more legal troubles are brewing that could make things even worse for him. I'll break down the full situation, but first let me explain what's really happening with Salt Bae's empire. His Nusr-Et restaurants have been shutting down rapidly. In the US, the Las Vegas location closed earlier this year, and the Beverly Hills restaurant permanently shut its doors in June after just 4 years. The New York Midtown spot is still open, but its future is uncertain. Over in Europe, his restaurants in London and Paris have also closed recently. Before the Boston location closed, almost all his restaurants across America and Europe shut down one by one. When the media asked people about Salt Bae's restaurants, the response was brutal. Around 80% said they don't think Salt Bae's brand is for them. Only about 4% said they like Salt Bae, and 17% were confused but generally not supportive. Plus, some old allegations have resurfaced, adding fuel to the fire. So, Salt Bae's reputation and business are going down fast, and it all started with one big problem: his insanely high prices. The main problem started when Salt Bae pulled a move that really made people mad, and honestly, it's wild. He once charged a customer $1,000 with a completely fake excuse. When the customer Dwayne Miranda pushed back and refused to accept Salt Bae's ridiculous logic, Salt Bae didn't back down. Instead, he called the police on him. Later, Dwayne Miranda came out and fully described what actually happened. He explained how he felt scammed and humiliated, all because Salt Bae wanted to squeeze more money out of him with overpriced steaks and fake charges.
Ordered 2 tomahawk steaks and a rack of lamb for the table. When the bill came, we were shocked by the total. They insisted that we ordered the golden option and charged us $1,000 for each. We absolutely did not order that option. Although we did eat what was brought to the table thinking this was the normal presentation for our order, it was clear that the waiter was trying to take advantage of the situation.
After that $1,000 incident, people really started questioning everything. Not just the prices, but the quality too. Dwayne Miranda and many other customers called him out for overcharging and serving food that didn't even match the crazy price tag. But instead of listening or owning up, Salt Bae completely denied it. He claimed his food quality and ingredients are the best in the world. It's like he's blind to the fact that everyone is criticizing him for the same thing: overpriced steak that don't live up to the hype. So instead of fixing the mess, he's just throwing out blind excuses while his restaurants keep shutting down one by one.
It's so expensive.
We are not expensive. This is, perception, not reality. Our product, best of the best.
Comments piled up. Old fans trashed him. What special night? It's just meat with salt. He forgot why we liked him. Salt Bae's first move to handle the drama? Pretend it didn't exist. Bad idea. He just kept posting the same old videos, bragging about fancy cuts, rich guests, like he was mocking the critics. But you might be wondering, if all these allegations and shady tricks were always there, how did Salt Bae even get so popular in the first place? Well, that's where some big names come in. Celebrities like Andrew Tate, Conor McGregor, and Diddy Combs hyped him up big time. They showed up at his restaurants, took flashy videos, sprinkled salt with him, all for the views and trends. Salt Bae loved it, of course, because every celebrity shout out brought him more clout and free promotion for his business. If you look around, you'll even see clips of Andrew Tate talking about Salt Bae, hyping him up like he's some luxury icon.
We have a man who became a billionaire from salt.
Yes.
From salt. You can all put salt on. He did it the best. Bam.
Bro, I know Salt Bae. Not many people know that me and Salt Bae are tight like that. He's my boy. You know who Salt Bae is?
The salt sprinkler man?
Yes. My guy. Me and him met in Dubai. He's my friend. We're going there. We're going to go there, and I'm going to spend a bunch of money, because if I spend enough money, It pleases the gods of fun.
When these so-called alpha males say Salt Bae is great, just imagine how many people fell for that illusion. But it wasn't just Andrew Tate. If you look at another controversial figure, Conor McGregor, he also promoted Salt Bae by visiting his restaurant and influencing others to do the same. And it's not just Andrew Tate and the whole alpha male crowd hyping him up. Even Sean Diddy Combs, who's now sitting in prison facing serious criminal charges, played a part in making Salt Bae who he is today. Just think about that for a second. The man who helped make Salt Bae a trending luxury name is now locked up as a criminal. Imagine the connection. What does that really say about Salt Bae's circle and the kind of people who propped him up all these years? It just makes all those fake luxury vibes look even faker now. Overpriced steaks, shady hype, and celebrity photo ops with people who turned out to be criminals themselves. No wonder it's all collapsing around him now.
Congratulations to my brother Salt Bae. He's opening up his second restaurant in the meatpacking district in New York. You guys have to go. One of the best restaurants in the world. Congratulations to my brother Salt Bae. Yeah.
That's where Salt Bae's rise really came from. These big names and celebrities boosted him with their influence, and that's how Salt Bae got to this position. But his rise wasn't easy. It was full of controversy and a lot of hard work. But in the end, he forgot all that hard work, and that's why he's in such a bad position now. And right now, it's all catching up to him. Restaurants are shutting down one by one, and people aren't just talking about it, they're filming it. Videos are popping up online showing Salt Bae's once hyped restaurants sitting empty or completely shut down all over America. No fancy steaks, no crowds, no viral salt sprinkle, just locked doors and closed signs. The same guy who went viral, sprinkling salt like a superstar, can't even keep the lights on in half his restaurants anymore.
You guys remember Salt Bae's restaurant? And this guy had videos of him cutting up steak and drizzling salt all over the steak. And where is it now?
So Nusr-Et inside of this place looked insanely nice. And I gotta say, right off the bat, the service was incredible. But that might be because this place is completely empty. We are literally the only...
And after all of this, when Salt Bae tries to jump back into the spotlight to revive his hype, it just blows up in his face. Remember the Champions League final? He literally tried to sneak in and show off for the cameras, but he got rejected at the door by the bodyguard. Imagine that. A guy who used to rub shoulders with billionaires and celebrities, now getting humiliated at the entrance like some random fan who didn't even have a ticket. That's how far Salt Bae has fallen. From viral sensation to overpriced meme. Now banned, broke, and getting shut out of the big events he once used for clout. So yeah, keep watching, because it looks like Salt Bae's troubles are just getting started. Did you see how he got kicked out? And you know what Salt Bae's response was? He says he was never invited to any after party. He was simply standing outside to greet fans and waiting for his ride. According to him, there was no organized event. Security politely guided him aside, not out. His team later dismissed the viral clip as baseless. Well, Salt Bae, if you were not invited and you were just waiting for your ride, then why were you dressed so fancy? And why did it feel like you tried to enter the event and security kicked you out? And guys, it's not just Salt Bae getting kicked out from everywhere. With Salt Bae, his restaurants all around the globe are getting kicked out too. And that's exactly why the Food Safety Department of America is now watching Salt Bae like a hawk. If any of these issues get proven in court, he's looking at some serious legal consequences. If Salt Bae's restaurant serves unsafe food, that breaks health laws. He could face up to 1 year in prison and fines from $10,000 to $100,000 plus. If he underpays his staff or steals their tips, that breaks labor laws. Another 0 to 1 year in prison plus fines of $10,000 to $100,000 plus, and paying back every stolen dollar. If he hides income or cheats on his taxes, that's tax fraud. 1 to 5 years in prison and fines from $100,000 to $500,000 plus. If he adds hidden fees or scams customers, that's consumer fraud. Up to 5 years in prison and fines of $5,000 to $100,000 plus. So, if any evidence comes out, and it might, Salt Bae could really be facing prison time and massive fine. That's why he's trying so hard right now to hide out and move his business to Latin America or the Middle East, hoping to dodge the heat. So the big question is, would you still want to pay to see Salt Bae sprinkle salt in real life? Or is the show finally over for him? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the next update.